Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and June! We are in June. June is my birth month, so shout out to all you Geminis out there. I have a big birthday coming up. We're not going to talk about it. I have a little bit of anxiety around it, but because it is now June, we are going to be doing my update for my A to Z project pan. This is a project that I will tell you every single month I totally thought that I dreamed up myself. I, of course, was not the first to come up with this idea, so I do always like to give a shout out to the fantastic ladies because they started a project very similar to this a year before my smarty pants thought that I came up with something original. So what I've done is I have chosen 26 beauty products to correspond to the 26 letters of the alphabet, set goals, and then I'm updating you every month on it. Before we jumped into it, a couple of things. First of all, my eye look, my whole makeup look today just like escalated and escalated and escalated until we got to this incredibly dramatic look that I have here. I'm even wearing lashes, guys. Like, every step that I took just made this bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just was like, well, might as well go for it. So yeah, this is quite the look that I have on today. Also, if you can hear my kids playing downstairs, that is just life. My son wants his dad to dunk him like a basketball 100 times, so they're having a really, really good time. And if you can hear it, I'm sorry you can hear it, but it makes me happy to hear them so happy. So let's talk about my progress. As always, we are tracking our usages, we have weights, we have all kinds of good stuff, and I feel like it has been a pretty successful update. So let's go ahead and jump into it. For the letter A, we have from Bath & Body Works. This is from their aromatherapy line. This is the Comfort Moisturizing Body Cream with the key notes of vanilla and patchouli. I have said before that this is a slow-moving product because I really only use it on my arms and chest before I go to bed when I remember, because I'm awful about remembering to use lotion. So I did use this a total of 6 times since our last update, so we are moving along. I have another scented lotion in another project, so I'm getting to where I'm kind of alternating them. So hopefully by the end of this, I can remember to use lotion on a more regular basis because I have a lot of it. For the letter B, we have my Neutrogena. This is the Bright Boost Illuminating Serum. We made a really, really big jump this month. I was not able to mark it last month, so that's why you see such a big jump. But I feel like I am closing in on this, to be honest. It feels a lot lighter, and I have a sneaking suspicion that there's a lot of glass down here that you just can't see how thick the bottom is because I'm having to dip in there more than I used to in order to get enough serum to use. So I did use that 17 times since our last check-in. So I feel like, sorry, I just dropped it. I feel like that is going to be gone by the end of summer, which is super exciting. For the letter C, I have a perfume. This is by Clinique. This is in the scent Cocoa and Cashmere. We have a smaller jump than I was expecting because I've been using it pretty well. I did use it 8 times since our last check-in, but the line on it is very small. So I don't know if I just mismarked it the last time or if I'm just using less, not quite sure. But I do very much enjoy that scent and I'm happy to continue to use it. We have one of the 2 face masks that I have in this project, and I occasionally will try to mark the side. It's not very accurate when I do because I can see through the packaging. There's a massive air bubble in there. Product moves around some, so I really don't rely on that. I rely on the weights. But this is my Deep Down Detox Ultra Cleansing Mud Mask with Orange and Bergamot. I did use this once last month, so moving along at a steady pace. I do want to use everything that I've talked about so far up completely. In fact, the majority of my goals on these products are to use them up with only a couple of exceptions. What I have not yet used up, but I'm so close, is from e.l.f. This is the Keep Your Balance Toner. I have talked ad nauseum about the fact that I don't enjoy this product. As you can see, we have just, I should be able to have this done by next update. I hope. So I did use that 9 times since our last check-in, and I'm ready for it to be gone. It is not my favorite. For the letter F, we have another perfume. This is the Fresh Cream from Philosophy. I have a big jump on that, which I love to see. So that is our new marking there. And I am right around halfway on this, which is exciting because I am notoriously bad about remembering to use perfumes, especially in the rollerball style that this one is. So I'm very proud of myself for getting that far. I used it 11 times since our last check-in, so feeling very good about that progress. My Tula Skincare Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. I used this 17 times, so I'm working on getting it back into my daily routine, but we are not quite there yet. As I always say, there's nothing wrong with this product itself. It just isn't what my skin needs, so I do struggle to remember to use it for that reason. Another product that we are so close on, look at that. Look at that. This is my Hemp's lotion. So this is the Hemp's Age Defying Herbal Body Moisturizer. I like this quite a bit. I like the way it feels. I like the scent of it. I like it quite a bit. We're 1 more month. Again, I forget to use lotions in general, so I did use it 5 times since our last check-in, and it's getting to where the pump isn't pumping out very well, and so I'm gonna have to start like just dumping it into my hand, which means it will probably go that much faster because you don't have the same amount of, you know, portion control. So yes, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about that. For the letter I have a deluxe sample of the Peter Thomas Roth Irish More Mud Purifying Black Mask. I used this once last month and it is empty. All done, all gone. Let's see, hopefully, yeah, nothing settled, but yeah. I probably could have cut it open and tried to dig it out, but honestly, I didn't want to. I didn't love this mask. In fact, I think it might have contributed to my breaking out, and I just didn't really feel like it did anything substantial for my skin, so I really saw no reason to open it up and dig out the very small amount of product that would have been left in there. But we are an empty and we're done, and I am super happy to have another letter done and dusted. For the letter J, we have my Julep Nail Polish in the shade Amy. I don't have a new line for it. I put the light up to it like I always do, and I just couldn't see any new change, which either means that I didn't use enough to make a new line, or the bottle right now was just so coated that I couldn't really see in there. Yeah, the way that, and if you've seen Julep nail polishes, it's just a really thick square. I think this is glass and not acrylic. But the way that it is, the light kind of reflects funky in there. So getting good usage out of it. I do have it on my nails right now. And if I forgot to mention, I did use it once since our last check-in. So making steady progress, and that is all I can really ask for. For the letter K, so this is going to kind of be a funny jumping point. So for the letter K, this is my Kristen S. Leave-In Conditioner. I did use it 6 times since our last check-in, but as you can see, that's a very small line jump. Still using it. I just have a lot less hair, so it requires less of it. So that's going to go a little bit more slowly. Based on this, I would say there's probably 2 months left in it, but we will see. We will see. For the letter L, I have my Fenty Beauty. This is the Luscious Lip Balm in Hint. I did change it into a different package because the other packaging kind of broke on me, but I do have a new line for you here. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, this is a slow moving product. I used it 24 times since our last check-in, and one of you commented on a previous video that you have actually gone through an entire one of those and that it took you a shockingly long time. And based on how little movement I've seen, because if you'll recall, this first mark on here, that wasn't my mark from last month. That was my mark from the month prior. I use the crap out of this and it moves super duper slowly. In fact, I'm actually concerned that I might not finish it by the end of the year. To look at this and say, but Ashley, that's really 6 months worth of product in there? I think it is. I do. We'll have to wait and see, but I really enjoy it. I use it most of the time while I'm getting ready in the morning, and I do enjoy it, so I'm not mad about it. It's just very surprising, very surprising. For the letter M, we have my sunscreen. This is from Murad. This is the Essential C Daily Moisture Broad Spectrum SPF 30 PA+++. All right, so here is where we are at. I waited so long to film this update because I wanted this to be truly gone. There's only just the smallest amount. Can you see? There's only 1, possibly 2 days left in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it empty. I did use it a total of 27 times since the last check-in. I gave it a good, strong effort. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this done. I don't really wanna carry it over into our next update knowing that there's only 1 or 2 uses left on it. However, I will make sure to update you on Instagram to let you know once it's finished and how many uses it took in real life. So very happy to have that one done so that I can move on to some of my other sunscreens and some of my other products that I have been waiting to work on. So very, very excited to have another letter checked off. And speaking of another letter checked off, for the letter N, I have my Nutrisse Nourishing Color Deep Conditioner. This was from a boxed hair dye that I used about 1 million years ago. I did color my hair. I don't think that you can tell, but this is the first time that I have colored my hair, period, in over 2 years, probably closer to 2.5 years. And before that, the last time that I had box colored my own hair, 5 years ago maybe. So this I had around for a very long time. I did use it twice since our last update and it is all gone. So that is very exciting to have another letter checked off my list. Very exciting, makes me feel very, very successful. For the letter O, we have one of the few products that I'm not trying to use up. I'm only trying to use about halfway, and that is my Dove hair oil, and it has a new line for you. There we go. As I mentioned before, I am not using as much hair product anymore now that I have so much less hair. So that, even though it was incredibly slow going, is going to be even more slow going now. But I do love that product and I'm really glad that I have started working it back into my routine. And I did use that 6 times since our last check-in, so feeling good about that. For the letter P, my body polish. I really like this, but I forgot to put it in my shower again. I know, I'm not not loving that I say that as often as I do. So when I film these updates, I will put everything into the box and bring it into my office in preparation for filming so that I can get new marks on it, get it weighed, all that kind of good stuff. Then it sits in my office while I'm doing all of my filming, and then I take my box back into my bedroom. And unfortunately, there are times when I have forgotten to unload it because I'm busy doing other things. So unfortunately, that didn't get any usages last month, but it's a really good product and one that I do recommend. We already had finished up the letter Q, so we're moving on to the letter R, and that is from Peter Thomas Roth. These are the Cucumber Detox Hydrogel Eye Patches, and I used these twice. You guys proud of me? Twice. I'm very excited. We can see, and I know I show them to you all the time, but I mean, like, we can see the finish line, friends. We can see it. It's in there. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. I don't think that these are a bad product. They have taken me far too long to actually finish. The reason that they take me so long is because they don't fit my face and my eye shape very well, and so they aren't super comfortable, and so I don't really think to use them because I don't like wearing them. But there are other similar type of products that are shaped differently that I like a lot more. So It's not that I don't recommend that product, it's just that they don't work well for me personally. For the letter S, we have another hair product. So this is the Pacifica Scalp Love Rosemary Mint Serum. It's supposed to help purify and revive your scalp. And I used this, we've got a new line right here. And I did use it a total of 6 times since our last check-in. So this is another product that I see absolutely no reason why it won't be completed with the next update, which is awesome. For the letter T, we have my 1000 Wishes body spray from Bath & Body Works. We do have a new line for you right there. I don't know if you can see it very well. But yeah, I love this. I really have enjoyed using it and working it into my, I don't want to say my daily routine because I don't wear it daily, but you know, when I go to put on perfume, working it into that. I did use it 11 times since our last check-in, so I'm feeling good about that progress. All right, so this is another one that you're not gonna see a huge line jump. This is for the letter U. This is my Bumble and Bumble. This is the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Heat and UV Protective Primer. I used this 3 times since our last check-in. But again, less hair, so I'm using less product. So it does have a line movement, which is good. And this is another product that I'm only trying to use up like half of. And even that might be a bit of a struggle since I don't use a whole lot at any given time anyway. I only actually style my hair probably once a week. And again, with the using less product. So feeling good, but it's gonna be a slow and steady progression. What I have not used is from Tatcha. This is my Violet Sea Brightening Serum. I said from the get-go that I was going to hold off on using this until I was done with the sunscreen because it is a daily moisturizer with vitamin C in it. I didn't want to overdo it. So now that that is going to be done, then we're going to go ahead and break into this. I can't imagine there's more than a month's worth in here, so hopefully I can have this as an empty going into our next update. For the letter W, we are continuing on our trend. We have a new line. I did take one bath last month, so we're working it out. We're working it out. I feel so ridiculous talking about that. For the letter X, I have also started using this guy again. This is my Hangover RX Good in Bed Ultra Replenishing Hydrating Serum, and I do have a new line for you right here. I did use this a total of 8 times since our last check-in, so I'm getting to where I'm working that back into, hopefully, if not nightly, but every other night of using that as my evening serum. And then finally, for the letter Y, we have my Youth to the People. This is the Kale and Spinach Green Tea Hyaluronic Acid. It's just a sample of a moisturizer, and as you can see, we are all done with this. This is not the first one of these that I have worked my way through. I've worked my way through either 1 or 2 of these in the past, and I really, really enjoy this product. So it is something that I would consider purchasing when I got to a point where I didn't have, you know, a few dozen other full-size and miniature moisturizers to work through. But it's a really lovely product and one that I recommend. I enjoy, for the most part, the Youth to the People products that I've tried in the past. I think the only one that I didn't love was actually earlier in this project, and it was a facial oil, but that's because I don't personally enjoy facial oils, not because there's something wrong with it. So yeah, I used that 13 times. That little tiny thing had 13 applications in it, which is awesome. So that is completed. So I used, let's see, we finished 1, 2, 3, 4. We finished 4 letters this update. That's exciting. That's really good. Because I redo this every single month and I just don't write in the letters that we've already completed. It is so exciting to see all of those jumps on there, to know that, you know, that's some progress. So I know I'm probably being ridiculous, but that's okay. It makes me really happy to finish things up and hit goals. So How are your projects going? Either your short-term or your long-term projects. Are you feeling successful? And how do you feel now that we are right at the mid-year mark? Do you feel like you are gaining momentum or that you have still more of an uphill climb to go? I would love to know. As always, everything that I'm panning, everything that is on my face, everything of any interest whatsoever is going to be linked in the description box below, so make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.